How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to do something a little bit different, do a more of a sit down and talk kind of video, because I feel like I really enjoy the content that I put out, but a lot of the time it's in conversation with friends or me behind the camera. And I feel like, the people that watch my videos and subscribe don't really know who they're subscribing to. It's more like, oh, this guy makes cool videos, rather than this guy's cool, and I'd rather it be both. So I want to make sort of a sit down video, something like this where I can really express my fashion opinions, takes, interests in a more sort of casual manner. And yeah, I hope that made sense. Without further ado, let's get into it. So today I'm going to be talking about some brands, I think mostly independent brands, that I'm really keeping my eye on this year. So I don't know how many I put on this list. I think it's like 6 or something. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't want people yap too much. So first up, I've got XLIM. For those of you that don't know, XLIM was founded by Do-hee Kim in 2021, also known as Allboy on Instagram. I've known about him for a while now, especially from his styling work with the Korean R&B singer Dean. Shout out Dean, where's that damn album? I've been waiting 7 years. Dean in Korea. And so the brand was founded in 2021, and XLIM has rapidly become sort of a rising star in the Korean fashion scene. They sort of have a strong focus on form and function, incorporating really progressive fabrics, textiles, details on their pieces. It's really interesting stuff. And they really sort of go for that. I wouldn't say it's pure core, but definitely sort of out and about kind of lifestyle type of stuff. Like I said, they build pieces for daily wear, durability. They've got really tailored cuts. They've got details like crinkled paneling, very asymmetrical designs, sort of nice washed out color tones, and it all creates this sort of fresh and interesting take on, I actually could say, sportswear. I've been interested in XLIM for a while now. Like I said, ever since it dropped back in 2021, I was the first person or the second person to write about it. Just saying. But yeah, since then the brand has seen real rapid growth in Korea, and it's slowly been gaining attention overseas. I've seen it sold on retailers like Essence and Farfetch, probably even in Japan. I think I saw it in GR8, maybe Nubian. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that one. But yeah, the brand's been blowing up and it's been doing pretty well, and it's just one that I like incorporating into my wardrobe when I feel it fits accordingly. And while it does sort of buy into that more core outdoors wear aesthetic, that style I think it can be quite diverse because it's functional style. You can incorporate it into very different styles in your wardrobe. So I actually have 2 pieces. I've got a pair of trousers and a bag my friends gifted me 2 years ago, and I still use those 2 things very, very frequently. So yeah, I'm not full in on the XLIM core style, but it's one I've continued to appreciate, whether that be from afar or just from getting a few pieces over the years. And it's really great to have seen it grown. And I think the designer Do-hee is a very, very tasteful guy. His Instagram is full of behind the scenes pictures, his process. It's really good stuff to see. He recently teased, I think yesterday, he's got a collab with New Balance coming up. So that'll be very interesting to see if that gathers a new audience for the brand. In addition to that, I believe they've opened a store in Seoul. I thought it was a pop-up at first, but he's been posting about for a year now, so I'm thinking it's a permanent location. And I'm feeling like I'll have a presence at Fashion Week next year, because it seems to be getting to that level now. For me, what stands out, I really like their jerseys. They've got these zip-up jerseys that are really cool. They've been doing them since their first ever collection. I haven't got my hands on one yet, but they're really cool. They've got some nice windbreakers and bottoms. I'd like to get another sort of pair of bottoms to wear, because my ones aren't waterproof, and I really would like a waterproof pair. Yeah, that's excellent. The next brand I want to talk about is this brand called Bon. It is, I believe it's at NYC Bon. Yeah, at NYC_Bon on Instagram. Founded by, I assume his name's Bon. His Instagram tab is at BonQ, that's BONKYU. I'll have this all on screen. And I honestly can't find too much about the brand's history online. It's just a completely independent brand, one-man army. It's just this super tasteful dude in New York who has decided to start a luxury brand. And the brand caught my attention when I think it was either Gizmo or Ken Ijima like added him on his story, so I checked it out naturally. And I found that on his personal Instagram, he shares a lot of like fashion related pictures, whether it be like fit pics, you know, Cartier watches, Goyard bags, LV bags, like Vision jeans, but in a very, very tasteful way. Like this guy has impeccable taste. It's all very well curated. It's all very well thought. And yeah, he just seems like a super cool guy with a penchant for those sort of brands I just mentioned. And this taste clearly informs his brand Bon. He's uploaded sort of videos, cinematic videos. I think there's been two or three, sort of explaining his process and thoughts behind his creation. You know, he wants to be really conscious about his intentions behind creating fashion by launching a new brand. You know, he's aware the world really doesn't need another fashion brand, but why is he doing it anyway? Like the love of creating pieces, love of creating fashion as artware, as a medium, and he's really intentional about what he wishes to communicate through his clothing. I really hope I'm getting this right because I'm sort of trying to paraphrase the videos he put out, and I really don't do this justice because this brand looks really cool, and he seems like a really really cool guy, and I really don't want to butcher it, but I'd recommend watching the videos. I'll have it like linked in the description or the Instagram so you can go check it out. But it really lets you get sort of inside his head for why he is creating. The brand itself, he launched it in last year, I think. So let me check. Yeah, August 2024. And so far, there's been two drops. There's been a leather focused drop and a denim focused drop. So you know, it's just two pieces, but they really do look so stunning. He's got this leather set. He's got this black leather work jacket, paired with some black leather pants, using like really premium materials. Like, even on his Instagram story yesterday, I think he was sharing he was at a supplier for like Hermes, where they get their fabrics from. He's looking at like Himalayan crocodile leather, like all this crazy stuff. You know, he's using Kovacs buttons, ruby zippers, like Bemberg lining, like all this really, really nice stuff that you would find on a luxury brand. And he's just doing it as a one-man show. You know, really small units, all ideated and created in New York City. It's really cool, and I really enjoy the imagery he puts out on his brand page as well. It's very simple, but it's very to the point, and it showcases the pieces very well. Like I said, this is a very new brand, and the only sort of information on it is what the designer Bon himself has provided online. So I really want to do this justice, like I said previously. I don't know if I'm articulating myself very well, but yeah, let me simplify it. Yeah, he's making cool shit. His stuff looks really cool. It looks really tasteful. It looks really really well informed, and I can definitely see him being a huge success. Another thing that caught my attention is he made this. I think it's a sample. Maybe it'll be next drop or something. I don't know. But he made this white crocodile Himalayan, yeah, white Himalayan crocodile skin belt, and it looks so sick. It looks so sick. I don't know if he took orders for it or something. So I remember the price was like 1.2 USD, something like that, and it was out of budget for me at the time. But that looks so cool. Yeah, this really isn't very informative. I'm kind of trying, but I'm just repeating myself. But yeah, Bon NYC, founded by Abon Q. I assume his name's Bon. He seems like a really really cool dude, really tasteful dude. Very informed in his creative process, his decisions, his intentions behind designing, and just from what I've seen so far, I'd like highly recommend you go give him a follow on Gram, go check out his brand. It really sort of stood out to me, and I'm really enjoying just seeing what he creates and his process. And you know, hopefully in the future, I'd love to own a piece from his collections, because that leather shirt he put out looks so nice. So the next brand I want to talk about is one I've been wearing a lot recently and have quite a strong interest in, is Guess USA. For those that don't know, Guess USA is the sub-label of Guess, the luxury sub-label of Guess, and it's headed by Nicolai Marciano, the son of the big Papa Guess, the big Guess guy that owns it. I don't know his name, and the ERL founder Eli Russell Linetz, if you know ERL. And the brand draws a lot of inspiration from sort of the archives and iconography of earlier Guess campaigns. think when they had a bit more cred back then compared to like what they've become now, just like a mall type of brand, like get some like cheap, shitty elastic jeans. So yeah, and they also take a lot of inspiration from the aesthetics of the American West, the whole era of vintage Americana, and especially looks from the 80s and 90s. I've been quite interested in this brand because this guy I know, Shohei, I'll put him on screen, super tasteful guy, probably one of my biggest style inspirations. He's such a lovely guy as well, I've been lucky to meet him once or twice. He has been working with them for a while now, so I've been like slowly influenced to be like, well, Guess is pretty cool, man. Like, what's going on here? This Guess USA stuff. They seem pretty cool, so I finally checked some of it out, and I'm actually like really, really impressed. Recently I've I just reverted because I used to dress like I'm dressing now, back to my sort of vintage Americana inspired style. And I really enjoy brands which are able to sort of replicate the garments and styles from that era in a tasteful way. I think one thing that really plays into this is living in the UK. I think the vintage selection here kind of sucks. Sometimes on shifting through shit online, just on Grail or default like YJP, just isn't fun. So to have brands like Guess USA, or I guess use another example, like their t-shirts like Saint Michael, that do these vintage styles sort of more readily available, not in the fast fashion sense, but like, you know what I mean, they're like a brand, so they're making probably like 300 hoodies or something or more. So that's really what draws me to these brands, and especially with this Guess USA stuff, I've managed to catch a lot of it on sale. I don't think I paid full price for anything, so if you see my last pickup video, I grabbed like this lambskin cracked up jacket from like almost 800 quid to like 300, so it's really, when it's on sale, it's really good value. I really do like it. I really am enjoying the piece I've got so far. The denim I'm wearing is so sick, but I'm still like not sure if I pay full price for some of it, just because I know it's at this very early stage of Guess USA, where they are building up the brand, building up its street cred, trying to separate it from the stereotype of what Guess is. So it's kind of like, I'm not trying to like, gas myself up too much, but I know I'm very early on this, and you never know, like if I decide to, I want to change my style again, it's a complete cash loss. Like you're not probably gonna get your money back for this stuff. So it is buying into a brand like very, very early, which is something I'm aware of. But yeah, so Guess USA does this whole like vintage thing like very, very well. They take the original specs of like 80s and 90s pieces, like using fabrics like, distressed textiles, like I said, my leather jacket, cracked leather, they got like that sun, like, I don't know if you can see it, like sort of like faded vintage look to their clothing, which is nothing special. A lot of brands are doing it, but I think they do it like really, really well. The quality is really impressive with what I've got so far. I'm loving these jeans. This hoodie is like super cozy, it's really well constructed. And like I said, when it's on sale, the value is really good. Really loving Guess USA. I'm really into their brand at the moment. They had a really sick pop-up at Paris Fashion Week that sort of really expressed their DNA as a brand, the vibe they're going for, that kind of like vintage, dirty. Even if some of their imagery, like they have that kind of like sexy feel to them, which is really cool. They're doing really interesting stuff at the moment, and I'd definitely say keep an eye on them because it might be trending in a couple of years' time, who knows. Let's jump into the next one, which might have, let me try not to yap too much on this one, okay? So, Vujade, we wanna like Vujade. I've maybe got like 3 videos of like Vujade in the damn title, getting pickups of it. So I'm probably not gonna like spend too much on this one. But yeah, for those that don't know, Vujade, I'd say it's like one of the original like Instagram or like YouTube influencer brands, founded by Ken Ijima, based out of Tokyo. I don't know when it came out. I've only been into it for like 2 years. But yeah, I've been a fan of VD for a while now, as everybody knows. And their upcoming O10 collection isn't really to my taste, but I do like some pieces of it. Like I said, it's arguably probably like the biggest influencer Instagram brand, like maybe like neck and neck with Conaware. And regardless of me sort of disliking their recent collection, I really do like the brand a lot. I really, really like the '08 collection. That's what really got me into the brand. Some of '09, I've got that Ryan jacket, really cool. And I think Ken's a super tasteful guy. Like he's a very tasteful guy. His inspirations are always very like interesting to hear about. His process is interesting to see in his videos. You know, you could say to like some degree he even kind of pioneered this whole like vlogging style like me and a lot of other people are doing now. So he's definitely influential, and like for that reason, you know, I'm gonna continue to keep my eye on the brand for a very long time, because it is one of those ones where before I was really buying into the style. You know, I had the whole set. I had the Enzo, I had the Doma pants, you know, I had the whole set going on. But you can just get the pieces and incorporate them into your style without fully buying into the Vujade aesthetic, which I think is a better approach, and it's a lot more affordable as well because VD ain't cheap. I was in a video with my friend Kim Core and some other friends up on his channel where we did like a 2.5 hour like movie special on our thoughts on the recent O10 collection. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts on it, go check out his video. I'll have that linked somewhere. Yeah, good video if you want to sit down. It's basically a podcast, but yeah. More of my thoughts on that one. But yeah, VD, always keep an eye on them. Pretty much like everything I'm interested in they put out. Just not the denim. I don't really like baggy denim anymore. I don't like high waist and I don't like heel drag, which is like the three things of their denim, which is why I sold my denim from them. But apart from that, keeping my eye on Vujade. It's kind of like it's been growing, you know, he's having collabs with stores, it's being stocked outside of Vujade's website, he's having more pop-ups. So, you know, maybe we'll see the brand in Paris with a showroom sometime soon. You never know. Next up, we have Ishii. So Ishii is a super small brand based out of Tokyo and founded by Ryota Ishii. He is a member of Sound Sports, which is the sort of like DJ creative collective based out of Tokyo. So he's a DJ, photographer, and I guess now a designer as well. And his brand Ishii was launched in 2022. So yeah, I've been aware of him from his sort of work at Sound Sports. The stuff they're doing is really cool. Like, I recommend you checking it out. And I found his photography sort of has quite a distinct style. He's done a bit of work with Sherma, if you guys know Sherma. He did a bit of work with Sherma. I think he's done some stuff with North Face and some other stuff that obviously like the Sound Sports stuff, like he probably shot their stuff too. But yeah, that's what comes to mind. He uses like telephoto lenses, he uses a lot of white sprays, a lot of grain on his photos. Yeah, I can't speak for quality because I don't have any of the pieces from his brand. But I would describe the brand as sort of very like sleek and like monotone, just very like basic, everyday menswear stuff. I feel like what he's doing is he's just creating stuff he'd like want in his wardrobe. That's kind of the vibe I get from it. Like, let me pull it up here. So he started off as like a belt, then he's done a hoodie, he's done some denim, he's done like is it moleskin? No, not moleskin. He's done like a bomber jacket, you know, like a polo shirt. So it really kind of is just like whatever he wants, and it's all black. But I just like the aesthetic of it. I like the design. I like the imagery he's putting out. It's very interesting. I really wanted to sort of try out this leather jacket he released recently, but it was only one size, so I was a bit concerned. Like, especially to drop, I think it was like £700 or something, like lambskin. Drop that much on like a super small brand, where I don't think I can return it, and I definitely can't try it on. It's like pretty risky. But if I get the opportunity, I'd really like to sort of try out some of his stuff, see how it is in hand. Because I think this is a theme. Like, I think I'm quite drawn to brands where I do think the designer is quite tasteful and they do show a lot of their like process sort of behind the scenes. You know, like the Bond guy I mentioned earlier, you know, Kanejima, like Gizmo, like yeah, I think I do appreciate seeing the process and seeing the sort of life of the designer outside of the brand, because I think Ryota Ishii, he has a YouTube channel where it's just like random clips, maybe from designing, just out and about, stuff like that. So it's always like interesting to see how his sort of daily life sort of informs his design decisions. I don't really have much more to say on Ishii as a brand because it's very small. You know, it's only sold on his website. I can't try it on. I just like how it looks. It looks interesting. You know, this video is digital brands I'm keeping my eye on, and I'm keeping my eye on it. So that's pretty much that. Yeah, Ishii, you got me interested, man. You got me interested. I think that's pretty much it. I think I was gonna throw in like one or two more brands, but I feel like I was forcing it. Like these are genuinely brands I'm like actually interested in, and like genuinely keeping my eye on going into this year. I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say on these few brands I've got my eye on this year. You may have noticed, but I'm not really like a sort of runway fashion kind of guy. You know, I'm not really delving into the history or inspirations of these really big brands. And in the same way, I'm not really talking about like the cuts and fabrics and stuff too much. It really is just like, oh, you know, that looks cool. That looks cool. I like this brand. I like what they're doing. Um, in some cases, it's more detailed, like when I've got stuff in hand, like the Guess stuff, or the Vujade stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys sort of enjoyed my quite sort of casual take on some of these brands and why I'm interested in them. Also hope this sort of format sat well with you guys. You know, it's a chance for me to sort of sit down, get my personality and interest across. Because, you know, often I'm out on the street, I'm just filming with a bro, so, you know, it's a bit more chaotic. So maybe you guys can get to know me in this sense. But yeah, let me know what you guys are keeping an eye on in terms of fashion and brands going into this year. If there's any crossover with some stuff I've said, always have to chop it up, talk about it in the comments. Got a Discord as well, you know, for more about this stuff, link in the description for that. But yeah, thank you guys always for watching. Thank you for the support on the videos. I truly do appreciate it. Got some good content coming this year, trying to be a bit more consistent. Trying to upload weekly, but it's kind of hard. Like, it's kind of hard. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.